All right, and we are live. Another episode of the WichitaPromo Podcast. I got my guy Omen H up here. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm decent. How you doing?
Hell yeah, pretty good, man. It's crazy. It's been 2 years since we last sat down for a full
Man,
podcast.
it don't even seem
Time
like it
flying.
at all. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. You've stayed crazy consistent since then, man. You
Man,
dropped a
I'm
lot
trying.
of music.
I'm trying to, bro. I'm trying.
Yeah, yeah. I believe the last time we talked was right before Black Sheep came out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, let's talk about that project a little bit to start it off, because that was one of my personal favorites. It had,
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It had In Vain on there. That was one of my personal favorite songs of
Yeah.
yours of all time. Scoom, real
Yep.
crazy banger.
Yeah.
What was the process of Black Sheep like?
Man, Black Sheep was I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of just like an outpour of just rawness and realness. I'm pretty much like all my music is pretty much like that, but I think Black Sheep was just kind of like just being proud to be in my own lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like every song was just kind of a representation of just me being me, just
Yeah.
the rawness and the realness, which that's in every song, but that's pretty much the concept of Black Sheep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you had some crazy merch with the Black Sheep. I be wearing it all the time in my reels and shit. And
Yeah,
you
for
got some
sure.
merch on right now for the Rebels and Barbarians.
Yeah, Rebels and Barbarians out right now, yeah.
Man, but talk about like the importance and like the quality, because it's a lot of no, I like not calling out anybody specific, but just in the industry in general, it's a lot of like slop thrown out there, man. It's a lot of
It is.
shitty quality
It is.
stuff.
It
and
is.
Yo, man, that shirt that I have from the Black Sheep, it still looks like brand new years later. The
Yeah.
quality is always top tier.
Man, I think I'm always a quality over quantity guy, and
Yeah.
I think that applies to just everything from the clothing to music to just everyday type things. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
I'm gonna put something out, I want it to be something that I'm gonna be proud of, and that people are gonna be proud to
Yeah.
show off, and that's something that they can, is gonna last. I don't want to just give something to somebody that's not gonna, serve the best purpose of what I didn't even put it out there for. Because if I was gonna do that, I wouldn't even put it out. So,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, man.
I think quality is pretty much everything when it comes to the aspect of a lot of things. So
Yeah, yeah. How do you keep that quality up with such crazy consistency? Because I feel like there's really only maybe a couple other people in the city that can say they drop as much music
Yeah.
as you do.
I just be honest, bro.
Yeah,
Like just straight up, I just be honest. Like I just be myself.
yeah,
I just try to take my real life experiences and I put it into an art form,
yeah,
and hopefully I can try to tell some type of story and you get some type of meaning out of it, because yes, I think everything that's important too, to have some type of meaning behind it. So
yeah,
before I put anything out, it's got to mean something, even if it comes out crazy aggressive or crazy, just whatever. You just got to kind of listen. I think a lot of that goes over people's heads. So
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
What do you think is one of the biggest misconceptions about your music? Speaking about like that going over people's heads.
I think when most people hear it, they hear like a lot of the violent references,
Yeah,
and they automatically associate that with some street shit, which they're not completely wrong with that, but I think they miss a lot of the core aspects of what the song is truly about.
yeah,
So, I think for you to actually really take in a Omen H song, you are going to have to look past a lot of the violence, but also understand where the violence is coming from, because even that has a purpose.
right, right.
So,
Yeah, absolutely, man. The amount of music you've dropped in the past 2 years is really kind of crazy. I was going back and looking at it, man. You had the Black Sheep Black Sheep project dropped right after we did the podcast.
Yeah.
And then the Soho Files came, I think,
Right.
pretty quick after that.
yeah, yeah.
Man, we could talk about the Soho Files. That was a whole nother
Man.
dope project.
Yeah, the Soho Files, man. Me and Soho got some crazy stuff in the works too, man. Shout
Yeah.
out Soho.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think
man.
that one had myself on there on the One
Yeah,
Deep.
the One
That's
Deep.
one of my personal favorite songs I've been on.
Yeah, it's a
Had
banger.
the Capital on there. Had
Yeah.
N4LJ on Harmless. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Harmless.
That's my guy. Shout out M4L, man. Yeah.
Harmless is one of those ones.
Man, that was just like man, I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of on some mixtape fashion type shit.
Yeah.
but It was just like, man, bro had gave me so many crazy beats. I was just like, man, bro, fuck it. At this point, we're just gonna do a tape.
Yeah, yeah,
So I was just like, man, I just reached out to some other dope ass artists
yeah,
and was like, man, I'm gonna have to I had to share the wealth with that one.
Yeah. That was a crazy project for sure.
Yeah.
That one still gets in a rotation quite
For
a
sure,
bit.
yeah.
Man, and then you had all these like singles in between and everything. You got the Sporty Way freestyles, Walk 'em Down, Anytime, Income. You had all these songs.
Yeah.
And then you dropped the Rebels and Barbarians album.
Yeah.
And that was like kind of a change in pace stylistically.
Yeah.
What kind of inspired that like switch in sound?
To be honest with you, just getting older, maturing a little bit, and
Yeah.
just like I said, just being honest, like going a different aspect in my life. And
Yeah.
so my real life always reflects in my music.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just like tone it down a little bit and just slowing down, still still bringing that rawness to it, but just kind of giving a different little flavor.
Hell yeah.
Always still gonna have an Omen track. It's always gonna be me every track you get, but
Yeah.
you know, wasn't nothing wrong with slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's personally
Yeah.
some of my favorite songs of yours. I
Yeah.
love that vibe.
Yeah.
Something about the way you've like perfected the aggressive delivery and the just like it's not even necessarily always fast flows, but just
Right.
like relentless flows. They just punch so hard.
Yeah.
And like the way you've perfected your pocket, I feel like they offset so nice in those like
Yeah.
calm sample beats. It
Oh,
just
yeah.
sounds so nice.
Man, those are some of my favorite ones to rap on.
Yeah, definitely. Even back
yeah.
in the day, like Hurt, like
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that was
That's
one of my favorite
tracks.
songs.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit was crazy. Yeah, man. What made you go out to go get features from Willie Bandini and LSP on that album? What made you think of them?
I look at people's work and I kind of not just past the work, I kind of look at them as a person
Yeah,
and how they carry themselves and as artists, period. Like it kind of all kind of coincides in the one. And
for sure.
I fuck with all they vibes.
Yeah.
And especially for this tape, there was no way that I wasn't gonna have somebody like Bandini, Willie Two Times,
Yeah.
and LSP, and
Yeah,
people like that on there because
Yeah,
it just all fit the vibe. I think everything has to coincide with the aesthetic of the vibe I'm trying to bring. So
Yeah.
I think they definitely helped enhance that.
yeah. Man, after kind of switching that sound in the Rebels and Barbarians, one, how was the like reception from like your fans and the people around you? And two, how do you think going forward you'll evolve? Like, do you think you'll continue in that kind of sound and dabble with it?
Most definitely, yeah. You're definitely gonna have some more tracks come with that. I actually have some unreleased that's more on that type of vibe, but
Yeah.
I can always go back and forth and fluctuate between the two.
Yeah, yeah.
You're gonna always get some hard shit, but
For sure.
reception wise, it's been pretty good. It's always been good, positive feedback. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, you're gonna have mixed reviews. Some people are gonna be more towards the
Yeah, of course.
rah hardcore shit,
Yeah.
and then other people are gonna be like, hey, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been mixed reviews, but it's all been positive though.
Yeah, for sure. I've personally found with my music, it seems like the city tends to lean more towards the tough talking and the
Oh, yeah.
crazy aggressive shit.
Oh, yeah, most
Whereas
definitely.
everybody else seems to appreciate the storytelling and shit a
Yeah,
little bit more.
yeah.
I think we're just a little behind here.
Yeah.
But we'll get there, you know. Man, when we talk about like your consistency and how much music you drop, do you ever deal with any like writer's block or anything like that getting in the
yeah.
way?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm human, bro. I
Yeah.
go sometimes I take a break and I need to step back and just kind of just go through some shit, kind of
Yeah.
just being honest, and
Yeah.
just sit back and just reflect on some things, because if I try to force it, I know automatically it's not going to happen. If I go into the studio right now and say, I mean, I'm going to make the hardest banger
Yeah.
I've ever made, I'm going to sit there and I'm not going to probably make shit.
Yeah.
Or it's going to come
Yeah.
out mediocre. If I just let it come to me, and just
Yeah.
kind of just let the universe work its magic,
Yeah.
that's usually how it comes,
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah,
Yeah, I just
the
let
most
it flow.
natural shit is always the
Yeah.
best. Yeah, I feel that for sure. Man, what do you when you put these projects together, are you intentionally building an album, or are you just kind of making a bunch of songs and it kind of forms as it goes?
To be honest with you, I have so much music. A lot of times me and my brother will just sit down
Yeah,
and kind of go through certain ones and see which ones fit a certain aesthetic or a certain, type of vibe we're going for a certain type of idea we have for a project.
yeah,
And then we'll go through certain songs and just kind of pick which songs fit that, or if we have an idea for a project, I might just go out and record a whole new batch of songs just for that project, and they
Yeah.
might not even come out for a whole nother year. So
yeah, I feel that.
it's just kind of like, up in there. It's just kind of just whatever.
Yeah, for sure. What's speak on your relationship with your brother and the whole sporty world monopoly movement for anybody who might not have seen the last episode and kind of know the mission of it and
Yeah,
everything.
pretty much we started the whole Sporty World Monopoly thing when rest in peace my boy Sporty passed.
Yeah.
And honestly, he was just trying to get us to do something different. He was trying to get me out of the streets and to kind of think a little bit outside of the box. But at the time, wasn't trying to hear it, and it was kind of fucked up that it took for someone to close to us to pass like that for it to actually
Yeah.
get everything kicked off. But my brother had came to me and he was just like, "Hey, like we got to do something here. Like we can't,
Yeah.
you got to do something." So we was like, well, we took bro's legacy and just kind of made it into a whole thing and turned it into a whole movement.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And you guys have taken it and turned it into like you said, an entire movement. You've
oh
got a
yeah,
website, merch, the whole
oh
thing.
yeah, oh
Yeah.
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 Website's up, plenty of merch. SportyWorldMonopoly.com. Y'all can go get your website. I mean, get your merchandise, mixtape downloads on there.
Yeah.
Everything's on there. So
Yeah, that's
check that
fire.
out.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, absolutely. How do you think your music has evolved in the last 2 years since the last time we sat down?
I think when I first really started, I kind of came out just on some raw, just really aggressive type, wanting to get my point across. And
Yeah.
I think more so now I've leaned more towards the artistry side of things
Yeah.
and still being authentic to myself, but kind of just putting it in a different form and being less, what do you want to call, rambunctious about it, or,
Yeah, yeah.
a little more structured with it.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm so fast moving with my music. Every month when I drop something new, I hate the shit from a month before because I feel like
Oh,
I've grown
yeah.
from it.
Yeah.
Do you have any songs that you still hold on to from like a couple years ago that you're still like, nah, this shit's hard. This is still the
Oh,
one.
yeah. I got a lot of 'em. Hit 'em,
Yeah, definitely.
Reaper City Rollin', Hurt.
Yeah,
It's a handful of them that I think are still bangers.
for sure.
And it's a lot of them that I'm kind of like, I don't want to hear that no more.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
I
on
don't
the
want to
same
hear that
shit.
song again.
Yeah.
But like I said, the reception thing, touching on that from earlier, it's just like a lot of people will hear them songs that I think is trash, and they'll be like, "Man, that's the hardest shit I've ever heard in my life."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think it's garbage.
Yeah.
But
I'm holding. I won't say which ones because I don't want y'all to go stream them. But I'm holding on to a couple songs that are still on Spotify because I know there's one dude who always fuck with them. But I
Yeah.
don't like them songs,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, it really do be like that.
for sure.
Man, how do you select your beats? Is there anything specific that like speaks to you or sticks out, or is it just kind of different every time?
It's really kind of random. The beat will have to talk to me.
Yeah.
Like I'll hear it, and then like it sounds weird, but it'll like touch me in a certain kind of way,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I'll think of something that I went through or something that I'm going through or
Yeah.
something that I can personally relate to. And then it's like the beat and me is like a match made in heaven. And
Yeah.
then it's like we can just kind of go together and then we come out with this baby and there's a track.
Yeah, I
So
feel
it's just
that.
like kind of like that. Like the beat it'll talk to me and kind of tell me.
Yeah.
But there are beats that, I'll look at sometimes and I'll try to challenge myself because it's different. It's outside of what I would normally go for.
Yeah.
So I'll try to kind of challenge myself and see how can I come on this type of, instrumental or whatever, something like that. So
Yeah, for sure. I think you one of the most consistent artists I've heard also in town when it comes to features. You always kill a feature.
Oh, yeah.
Every feature I've ever heard you on was perfect.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think that's one thing that is really tough to do too, because the versatility it takes to fit in everybody else's pocket all the
Yeah.
time like that is that's tough.
And I kind of like that, like people who will send me something and it'll be like outside of my jurisdiction a little
Yeah.
bit, and I'll be like, this is kind of weird. But
Yeah.
I'll take it on anyway, just because it's going to give me a challenge. It's going to make me kind of push
Yeah.
myself to a different level.
For
And I
sure.
think that's really important when it evolving as an artist.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you had any like goals change or like any vision changes, anything in the past 2 years, just career wise?
I wouldn't say really too many changes. Everything is all about leveling up,
Yeah.
just evolving with everything. So it's always a never ending process. There's never like an end road.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Nipsey said, it's a marathon. You just kind of
Yeah.
every year is like a new goal. Okay, I want to do this. I want to do this.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just keep striving for better.
Yeah. Do you have any current goals right now that you're working towards this year?
Honestly, I'm terrible at networking, so I'm trying
Yeah,
to network a
I
little
feel
bit
that.
more. I would like to start doing a lot more shows outside of Wichita, out of town and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
that's mainly the main goals right there, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just keep on pushing this to a higher and higher level.
Hell yeah, absolutely. You have any like specific cities you want to travel to or anything like that you think about?
Chicago's always second home, so
Yeah.
always there. Kansas City, I wouldn't mind fucking with like the East Coast, Philly,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Texas,
Yeah. Yeah.
places like that,
Yeah, there's a market everywhere, really.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So
Yeah.
wherever my lane fits in,
Yeah.
hey, I'm there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Man, I think people get it confused because every single artist has a completely different idea of
Yeah.
what success means. Some people want to sign, some people just want to get famous.
Right.
Some people want to build a perfect album. Everybody's different. What does success look like for Omen H? What is it that you feel like will make you feel like I did everything I wanted to do as an artist?
Personally, I'm not really searching for like the fame aspect of it. If
Yeah.
I can make it in this music to the point where I'm able to feed my family,
Yeah.
to me, that's a pretty decent
Yeah. Yeah.
end goal right there. As long as if I can eat off of this, that's pretty good. But I would also like to leave a legacy behind with
Yeah.
just my artistry, something for like my kids and like my homies and people that relate to me personally, that they can go back and be like, hey, we had somebody that actually spoke for us.
Yeah.
That I like being a voice for the people who don't have a voice.
Yeah.
The shit that people really don't want to hear, I want to be like, okay, let me speak on that, because ain't nobody else going to say nothing about it.
Yeah,
It may
yeah.
come off a little raw, but I think leaving a legacy behind and being able to eat off of it is pretty much like the main two things for me.
Yeah, I feel that for sure.
Yeah.
And that's definitely within reach.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah. Man, is there anything that you've learned about yourself personally through your time as Omen H? Because I definitely have things that myself as EKM,
Oh, yeah.
my time being an artist, I've learned things about myself socially.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Socially, what you just said, socially is probably the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm terrible. I'm such an introverted person.
Yeah,
It's like pulling teeth to get me out the house to even interact with people.
for sure. Yeah.
But I think the more and more I've done it, I'm kind of, it's not really bad all the time. I don't really
Yeah.
shun it so much as I used to. I'm not really in hermit mode as much anymore. So I learned a lot about my communication skills with people, and
Yeah.
just learning how to interact with bigger crowds and just being more out there, just putting myself out there more has kind of been a thing too that
Yeah.
I wasn't really used to doing. Social media ain't my thing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
all those things is just kind of teaching me like little different pieces and parts of myself that I need to kind of brush up on.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that for sure.
Yeah.
Man, what do you think about like the growth in the city in the past 2 years? Because when I really think about it, the last time that we sat down, I think it was still just Riverfest. Like I don't think we had any of these like other events popping up.
we
Not to
really
even
didn't have
name
much
them
at all,
because
yeah.
fuck 'em. fuck them. I don't
Yeah.
care about none of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They don't have us on the festival, so
For sure.
fuck them until they put us
Exactly.
on the
For
lineup.
sure.
But
Yeah.
they don't get free promotion.
Exactly.
But all of these shows that popped up, it is opening a lot of doors in Wichita, and the growth in the city has been kind of crazy in the past 2 years.
I love the opportunities that's been given people.
Yeah.
Like the people who really, the real artists that really deserve to be up there, name.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing no shade at nobody, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. I think it's a very good opportunity just for,
Yeah.
not even if it's going to make you like pop off overnight, but I think it's just a good opportunity to get your skills together.
Yeah, for sure.
Performance wise,
Yeah.
networking wise, things like that. I think everything has its good and bad aspects of it,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But the city's definitely, it's grown a lot.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
definitely has, yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you kind of see just overall in the scene that you think we're doing wrong or missing out on?
Shit, if you want me to be honest, I think the artists that are really real artists
Yeah.
don't get the recognition that they deserve when it comes to
Yeah.
the artist side of things. It kind of seems like it's become
Like a popularity contest.
contest,
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel that.
and I don't really feel that as much. Other people may disagree. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But from the outside looking in, it's kind of like you know, it doesn't, the business and everything kind of doesn't really match up all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
things like
yeah.
that kind of puts a monkey in the wrench, as they say,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
it'll deter a lot of people from even wanting to like fuck around in the city at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
I fell back personally from doing a lot of shit just because of shit that I peeped going on.
Right, right.
So
Yeah, yeah, same here. I
it's
feel it.
always room to improve.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's all balance in life. Like all
Yeah.
the bullshit makes you appreciate the good a little bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
And
definitely.
we could also, speak on like the importance of like the team as well, cuz you have your brother behind you running the sporty world monopoly. He does
Yeah.
like the business side of
Yeah,
everything, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then we got like Christian on the engineering. Incredible at the engineering.
Yeah.
And a lot of producers we fuck with and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
There's definitely the good too,
Yeah, for sure.
It's
yeah.
great to see the growth in
Yeah,
the city in
definitely.
the past 2
Hell yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope it keeps growing too, like,
Yeah, I definitely think we are too.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see like the festivals that have like the big X's, and I know he
Yeah.
coming back to I think the state fair this year and shit like that.
Yeah.
Just seeing big names pop up in the city. A couple
Yeah.
years ago, you didn't really
You didn't
see that a
at
whole
all.
lot,
Yeah,
man.
you did not see that.
That was tough. I
Yeah.
think Mozzie was like the biggest name we had for a long time, and you see how that went.
Mozzie and like Boosie.
Yeah, yeah,
Shit like that.
yeah. Man, and that's kind of the shows that we've talked about before, kind of avoiding
Yeah.
because Wichita don't act right.
Yeah, motherfucker ain't really
I'll
got
go see
time.
them in KC, and it'll be a great time.
Right.
That's the
Right.
goofy part.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Man, is there any like artists famous wise that you're like inspired by right now or listening to, whether that be current, old, anything?
To be honest with you, I am really in the dark when it comes to a lot of new school artists.
Yeah.
I don't really listen to a lot of new school shit. Old school wise, I have like, people like I mentioned before, like Woody.
Yeah.
That was probably like my biggest inspiration when it came to rapping, just was the raw authenticity of it. And Tyler the Creator has been like probably more like current wise. I would
Yeah.
say Tyler the Creator for his creativity. I think bro is like,
Yeah.
I would damn near put him up on Michael Jackson's level when it comes to the
Yeah.
creativity level.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the man's damn near a genius when it comes to like making things and how he can incorporate his own beats and production wise and shit like that. So I would say maybe him current wise. Kanye, I think, is a genius when it comes to creativity.
Yeah.
Definitely fuck with Kanye when it comes to shit like that. I don't know. I listen to a lot of underground people that people really ain't never heard of. So
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from. It's like a lot more underground shit, but
Hell yeah.
mainstream wise, that's probably like my mainstream go-tos that I could think of.
Yeah.
I admire Jay-Z on the business side of things.
Yeah,
Shit
definitely.
like that.
Definitely.
50 Cent has been like probably like a staple for me since I was young. I love 50 Cent. So
Yeah. Yeah.
more so not even just the music, just how he operates himself
Absolutely.
when it comes
Yeah.
to business and shit like that.
I
So,
feel that definitely. I definitely look up to those Jay-Z, 50 Cent,
Yeah.
Nipsey type of figures
Yeah.
as well that
Nipsey-
got the business figured
Nipsey
out.
was definitely another big inspiration when it came
Yeah.
to a lot of things. That,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that one fucked me up when Nipsey passed. That was
Yeah.
that was one of the most
That was
painful
crazy.
ones. That
That
one
was
was
crazy.
that was rough. Love Nipsey.
I learned a lot about how to conduct myself as far as like having that balance of still being
Yeah.
streetwise, but still not being so destructive with it.
Yeah, for
Nipsey
sure.
taught me a lot of that. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I took a lot of that from Nipsey.
Yeah, I think I was just talking with, maybe it was Dutch. Yeah, I was just talking with Dutch this morning about how the best, smartest artists aren't making their money from music.
Nah.
It's knowing the business, man.
Yeah.
You know how to
Yeah.
You know how to get your door in, your
Yeah.
foot in the door through
Yeah.
the music, and then
Yeah.
you start making real money. It's off the
Yeah.
side shit.
Yep.
This music shit really don't pay.
Nah.
I'm starting to
Definitely-
learn that. So
definitely ain't
few
coming from
people make
streams,
money
man.
from this music,
Yeah.
man. So few people.
The bot game is crazy now.
Yeah, it's crazy for sure. Is there any do you pay attention to like producers very much? Is there any producers that you'd want to get beats from, whether that be famous?
Man, bro, put me on the spot with this one. I can't really famous wise, I definitely fuck with Alchemist.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
love to get an
that'd be
album
great.
produced by Alchemist, and
Yeah, I would love to hear
throwing
that.
Tyler the Creator in there again. I would love to have him produce an
Yeah.
album for me.
Absolutely.
I will let Kanye produce an album for me.
Yeah. As a fan, I would love to hear you on Conductor Williams' production. He from Kansas City.
Okay.
Crazy dope producer.
Yeah.
That'd be a really cool one.
Always Dutch and Soho.
Yeah,
Always gotta
yeah.
throw bro them in there.
Definitely.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. I'm always open to working with different producers and stuff like that, as long as they got like if the material matches and we can make some good music out of it, hey, we can work.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
What do you think about like the current state of hip hop and where music is at right now?
I feel like it's in a weird spot.
Yeah,
I feel like it's in like I don't even want to say a middle ground, because it's a lot of goofy ass shit that just gets the attention and the notoriety that I don't think it should. You know, it gets like, I think like a lot of the, I don't really want to necessarily say stupidity, but the stupid shit kind of gets more attention than the actual talent.
for sure. Yeah,
It's like the talent comes second. It's like they don't care if you got the talent.
Yeah.
But if they can make some type of money off of, or, you know, the image,
yeah,
you know, I think it's just become about an image. And
yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know, man.
we talked a little bit off camera about I'm not going to say the name of it, but a page that I run on Instagram where I've been doing a lot of promo work. Yeah. And on that page, I try to keep it, first off, it's all positive. You're never going to see anything negative on that page. I try to keep it that way. Never like anything about law issues, like the bullshit that hip hop pages be posting.
Right.
And I noticed I'll post like these underground spotlight posts with like just a long like description about an artist and why I think you should care about this artist and why they're so good. And they do well. But then I noticed like if I post like a news post, like any sort of like news clip, that shit's gonna do 10 times more in like half the time.
Oh yeah, people love the drama.
Yeah, they don't care about the music, man. They want bullshit.
They want the drama. And see,
it's sad to see.
That's kind of where artists like me will kind of differentiate from that, because it's just like, it ain't that a motherfucker is not with the bullshit. It's just like,
no, there is a level of, you got to decide which side are you on.
You got to kind of pick a lane, man, because at the end of the day, that shit's not really, it's not marketable.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's cool to make yourself a martyr and a mascot and all that other good shit, but eventually it burns out. You can have a matchlight career, you know, it'll burn bright and fast, but as soon as it burns, it'll be out and it'll be over with, because you didn't have no real talent to back it. So
yeah, for real.
There's definitely got to be some type of balance there, and I don't think hip hop really has that balance right now.
Yeah, I feel that. What do you think about it's like a hot topic right now. What do you think about the use of AI in music? Because there's a lot of that going on right now. Whether that be like the Suno beats, or even you got the songs like that Rubbers joint that's completely AI right now, and it's on the billboards. It's kind of crazy.
Once again, it's kind of, it has its good and bad aspects to it.
Yeah.
I think AI should be used for what it should be used for, but I don't think it should be used to think for you.
Yeah,
I think you should have your own ideas, and then maybe use AI to enhance that.
Yeah, a tool.
But as a tool.
Yeah.
But I don't think that we have people now that they just rely completely on AI.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that's where it takes away from the artistry. It takes away from just the individualism, period.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like anything. Anything that has too much access to it loses value.
For sure.
And it just kind of waters shit down, man. It's just not,
you
know.
Yeah.
But I think it has its good uses too.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, for sure.
For artwork wise and shit like that, you know, as long as you don't like overuse it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
I think it has its good uses too.
Yeah,
it definitely has good uses, but I think people abuse it.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's where
we
kind of go into like, oh, okay, here's some more AI shit, or oh, another AI cover, or here's an AI song, or you know, it kind of takes away from the realism of it, because you don't really know how to decipher if this was a real track. It's like if you hear me fuck up a word on my song, you know I really rap that.
Yeah,
and,
you
know,
sure.
So I don't know.
There's something to it too about where it is right now, and maybe it will get to the point one day where you cannot tell the difference.
Yeah.
But as somebody who makes beats right now, maybe the average consumer doesn't know, but I make beats, I rap, I do all this shit, and I've seen Suno and all of these other programs and shit. You can kind of tell when they an AI beat, bro. They're very like overproduced.
Yeah, you can definitely.
They kind of have a corny vibe.
It's a little
to
too perfect. Yeah, and like you said, the corniness is just.
Even I didn't want to hate, but when that Rubbers song came out and he was saying it wasn't AI, I was like, "Come on,
now. Who you trying to fool, bro?"
We all knew that shit was AI, man. You just got to admit it at this point, man. That's where technology
like, and that's another thing too. I think is giving people like a mask to hide behind. Too.
Yeah,
it's people already are not like really using their real talent.
Yeah.
I think this is just another thing for people to be more and more lazy too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just less work that.
Yeah.
people have to less effort that they have to put into their own shit. So
Yeah. Man, you and I have even had conversations about like on the video front wanting to no disrespect to anybody because I think everybody's dope as fuck and
yeah,
I got to where I am creatively from learning through them.
right.
But I feel like everybody's kind of stuck in the same mode in Wichita. And we've talked about wanting to shoot some videos and shit that just don't look like the city. I just want to shoot some shit that just feels creative and different.
Man, the thing is here, just being 100% honest, it's a
Yeah.
lot of monkey see, monkey do shit here.
Yeah.
And it ain't just here, it's everywhere. But people don't really have their own ideas when it comes to putting things together. They'll see something and then they'll be like, oh, that looks dope.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my spin on it. And there's nothing wrong with being inspired. I think inspiration
For sure.
I think inspiration is very necessary. I mean, we all get inspired by things. I do all the time.
Yeah.
But I want to put it in my way. I don't want to copy someone else's work because that's them.
Right, right.
And yeah, I think that's the lane with Wichita. It's just everybody kind of goes into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it
Yeah, that's
becomes,
real.
then it becomes the ego thing, and then it becomes the crab in a bucket mentality to where
Yeah.
I don't want to see you do better than me, and then I'm gonna share this and then like this, but then I'm only do so much because if it gets more views than mine, then I'm gonna be like, man, that shit sucks, and it's just kind of weird egotistical shit, you know?
Yeah,
It's just
100%,
weird,
man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's kind of weird, man. We getting to a point where the city's growing, but at the same time, it's gonna take a lot of people to learn a lot of lessons and fall off in that process.
Yeah, it
That's
just
the way
takes
it goes.
maturity, man.
Yeah.
Just, it really ain't no problems. It's just
Yeah.
people just gonna have to learn to find their lane, and stay in it, that's
Yeah.
how people, that's what makes, to be honest with you, that's what makes music.
Yeah, yeah, for
you
sure.
didn't hear Jeezy get on a Lil Wayne track and try to rap like Lil Wayne. He
Yeah.
rapped like Jeezy.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
when you had these 2-3 different sounds together, that's what made the track different because you had each of these different styles and it was like, oh man, let me see how such and such is going to come on this type of beat.
Yeah,
And I think people just kind of lose that individualism
Yeah.
in the midst of a lot of that shit,
yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. When you listen to music, just to kind of get a vibe for your style and what you like, what's like the order of importance in what you listen to? Are you a lyrics guy? Are you a flow guy? A beat guy? Like,
I would say all three, but they, in order, I would probably say lyrics first because I try to listen to what is this person saying? Does it make sense?
yeah,
Even if you're talking some bullshit, okay, stay on some bullshit.
Yeah,
But you-
yeah, for sure. yeah,
and then I think the flow and the beat all kind of coincides with it.
Hell yeah.
Because I've heard people rap on off beat completely, and the song might sound dope.
Yeah.
I think it's all in how you put it together. But me personally, I'm more of a lyricism guy.
yeah. I
So,
feel that.
I like to hear what you're saying. Like, you got to talk to me. Like, tell me something. Paint this picture for me to where I can visualize what you're actually rapping about,
Yeah,
Make me feel like I'm sitting right there with you. And that's what I try to bring to my audience with my music and shit like that. So
Hell
I
yeah,
think that's real
absolutely.
important. And the flow and stuff, I think you can add that in there. If you know how to ride the beat correctly, then
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
definitely.
go ahead and make you a banger then.
Hell yeah, for sure. Man, I don't think I have too many more questions, man. We just hit like the 30-minute mark. Tell the people what you're working on right now. What can they expect to see?
Man, we definitely got a lot of projects coming out.
Yeah,
Be on the lookout for the Lost Tapes. That's on the way.
Hell yeah.
Merchandise is definitely on the website. We got definitely more designs coming. So check out sportywellmonopoly.com. Just be on the lookout, man. We just working.
yeah,
We're working,
yeah.
man.
Hell yeah.
That's
I already
it.
know by the time this shit come up, you're gonna have more shit on the way.
For sure, man.
You be working so consistent, man.
Man.
We're gonna make sure you tag. We have you tagged below with all your information, your social media, the
Appreciate
website,
you,
so people can
appreciate
get
you.
them some merch, all that.
For sure, man.
Hell yeah, man. Shit, you already know we're gonna sit down another time at some point and do this
sure,
again.
man.
I appreciate you sitting down with me.
Always, man. Shout out
Hell
Wichita
yeah.
Promo 316, man, for sure.
For sure. I appreciate y'all for listening. That's been another episode.
Yes, sir.